and founder of the Psychic News Network. This is the WTF edition. My guides just said to me, expect the unexpected. That's what I just heard in my etheric ear. Anyone in the chat felt the earthquake? The energy was weird this morning. I can say that. In fact, maybe 1 hour before, I was texting Kathy Beal. About 1 hour before, I think it was, maybe an hour and a half before, I was texting our resident astrologer, and I was mentioning that I felt like Donald Trump was just crumbling, falling apart like we predicted. And then later, after I found out that the earthquake had shaken New Jersey, I don't know if she's in the chat. Kathy Beal sent me a map of where the epicenter of the quake was, and it was right where Bedminster is. I said, I guess the earth couldn't contain all the evil. Anyway, I don't know if you can see my sign. Let's remember, love wins. Love wins. Oh, poor Cheryl, you're still in the dark. I got an envelope from you today. I have not opened it. So thank you. Right by Ivana. Yeah, I don't know if Kathy's going to show up in the chat tonight. Our resident astrologer is in New Jersey. Warren's in New York City. And I'm up here in Massachusetts on the coast. We're holding down the fort. And we are going to take a look at what's going on there. I felt my energy right before it happened, I guess it was like 10:30. My energy just went boom. I just like totally, it was noticeable. It was like, wow, what happened to my energy? It just like left for a second. So we'll take a look. April's going to be rocky. April's going to be, Thomas is not far from the epicenter. Oh, you're in New Jersey? For a lot of you, I'm not sure where you are. So April's going to be, I mean, if you like adventure, I guess you're going to love the month of April. A for April and A for adventure. Let's just look at it that way. You never know what's going to happen. Let's take a look. I can't decide what cards to use. Maybe we'll use them all. Paula's in New Jersey also. Hey, Paula. I didn't feel it you're at the Jersey Shore. We had a lot of people from New Jersey here. New Jersey is the most populated state in the country. I did not know that. I just heard that today. Okay, so in the news, besides that, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to, like how many more earthquakes are coming. The loser. I get confused when I watch mainstream news because here's why. When I watch mainstream news, and I do, I check MSNBC all day just to see what the breaking news is, and that's when I heard about the earthquake. That's when I hear about most things as soon as they happen. So I get confused because I'm picking up on like everything's going in the right direction, and then if I turn on MSNBC, all they're talking about is everything going in the wrong direction. I've complained about this before, and I did write to MSNBC this morning complaining about Nicole Wallace, not in a mean way. I like her. I think she's good. But let's talk about the good things that could happen. So I get confused when I listen to like MSNBC for like, if I have it on for a certain period of time, like if I have it on for like 10 minutes and they just go down that road. then it's good for me in a way because I can check in with myself. I can go, now, does that feel true? No, that doesn't feel true. Does that feel true? And it's usually all the bad stuff that they're saying about, my God, when they ever say, if he gets back in the White House, off it goes. Off it goes. Paul is saying Nicole Wallace's voice drives her cuckoo. Yeah, there's certain people that their voices, you know, I won't name names, but there are a few people that's like, I wish somebody else was anchoring. So I'm telling you this because I want you to know that if you feel that things are going in a good direction, and you're checking the news just to find out what the news is, because I think it's really important that we know what the news is, like it used to be. Just stop and ask yourself, does that feel like that's all true? And when it's so heavily biased in one direction, it is not. I wanted to read you something because apparently I took notes on February 19th. Once in a while I take notes before PNN. But first, an earthquake dad joke. What's an earthquake's favorite song? Shake, rattle, and roll. Did you just make that one up? That sounds like a made-up joke. Sounds like you made it up in your head just then. Anyway, once in a while I chicken scratch some notes. And on Monday, the 19th of February, I said, that's actually when the losers started selling golden sneakers. Monday, February 19th, Navalny had just been assassinated. The GOP was losing members and calling the GOP, the Republican Party, insane. And then I wrote this. Hillary Clinton said, this is just my notes from a day in February. Hillary Clinton said and warned us back in 2016 that Donald Trump will do everything he can to turn America into authoritarianism. So, what do you think of them apples? Let's just say that Donald J. Trump will do everything he can to turn America into an authoritarian country, with he being the dictator. So that's where we are. Hillary was right about everything. Yeah, when she ever said, you're Putin's puppet, it was like, at the time, I wasn't very clear about that. But it struck me when I read that today, when I read what I had scratched down there. Let's use a Voyager deck. One more earthquake dad joke. I bet you have a few. Have you heard about the new discovery with earthquakes? It's groundbreaking. Thomas is cracking himself up. That's great. I love you guys and thank you so much for being here. Don Con losing on Truth Social. I like that. Don Con. I really do like that. We're going to pull 3 cards. Speaking of Kathy Bale, our resident astrologer, she has a video. It's a little bit of an older video, but she has a video where she talks about the Voyager deck, and it kind of inspired me to take them out again. Voyager Tarot. These cards are intense. Hello, John. Jackie, you have Thomas, Jackie's a fan of your dad jokes. I must say myself, no pressure or anything, but it does help when we have a heavy news day. We're going to pull 3 cards about the losers. Thank you, Anne. The losers' status right now. I'm going to remind you all, when you ever feel annoyed and irritated by the fact that he's not in jail yet, reel yourself in and remind yourself that on January 6th, we almost lost it all. All right, so I understand. We have to do this as a practice, because it's mega frustrating that everybody else in the world would have been behind bars on January 7th, 2021. It's not easy, but it could be worse. Yeah, we'll read on Aileen Cannon too. Now, Thomas, you got Electra Storm. She's got an earworm going on now. She's listening to Shake, Rattle, and Roll in her head. Just sing something else real quick. All right, so the loser's general situational energy. The loser's situational energy. It looks like the women, he's worried about the women that are going to take him to task. Because I have the strength card here. I was a little confused at first because at the message. The strength of the truth and the purity of the women. And what I mean like pure truth that's going to come from the female witnesses and prosecutors. It's like, I don't feel like he's going to be able to permeate the energy that the women are going to come at him with. So his general energy right now is, he's a misogynist. And he hates these women with a passion. I'm thinking, yeah, Letitia James, the obvious ones, Letitia James, Fonnie Willis, the judge's daughter. I mean, he hates women. Aren't these cool cards? And I feel like what's on his mind right now is how angry he is at the women. It makes me wonder what's going on with Melania. Yeah, this is a cool deck. I've used this deck before. I've had this deck for like, gosh, 25 years. It's an old one. Agent Carroll's lawyer. Yeah, it's Stormy Daniels. Definitely, that's on my mind the most. So when I'm tuning into the loser, Donald J. Trump, who else? And how he's doing right now, it's these women. Good thing we're not living in the dark ages, let me put it that way. Yeah, so it makes me wonder what's going on with Melania, because I just feel like with Trump right now, the strong women are making him crazy. Oh, you have this deck? It was popular in the 90s. Is he angry at Melania right now? Or is he upset about Melania? I do get a yes on that. He seems to be upset about Melania, his business partner. I don't know. I don't even know. You can't look at the two of them and say, oh, well, look at that lovely married couple. It's really okay. Let me ask this: Did she tell the Donald that she's not going to be with him on the campaign trail? Is that? Oh, yeah. That's part of it. Boy, it's kind of bowling me over. He's so angry at women right now. You're getting a yes too, Rose? Yeah, I got that she left him. But see, the whole thing was a front. Just like everything with Trump. Let's think about this. Everything with Donald Trump is a smoke and mirrors show. Oh, it's not just one woman, Catherine. Catherine's saying she thinks it's Ivanka. No, it's not just one. I said women, plural. The loser will give her money to stay with him. Oh, I think that's already been discussed. The whole thing has been that. You know what I mean? The whole Donald Melania thing has been that. Medieval dad joke. What would be one of the worst crimes to commit if you were a sheep living in the medieval times? Mutiny. You get a bell. You get a bell. Thank you, Thomas. Oh, so with Melania, it was always a business arrangement. It was always a business. It was like, I'll marry you because you're wealthy. I'll marry you, but we'll do a prenup because you're wealthy. Remember how upset she was when he got in the White House? I'll be with you, but I'm not gonna like it. Wildflower Wind is saying, I think he will have a stroke. Where have you been, Wildflower Wind? I haven't seen you in a while. Do I feel that eventually his brain is going? You've retracted your message. We know that. Well, what's bowling me over here? Anne is saying the loser has never respected women. What's bowling me over here is this is beyond the pale. He's livid at a bunch of women right now. She was immensely mad at him over Stormy Daniels. Yes. She was jealous of Stormy Daniels. You know what? With Stormy Daniels, I wouldn't put it that way. That she was jealous of Stormy Daniels? No, what preceded that, if that was the case, was livid at the Donald. Not jealous of Stormy Daniels. No, that's not. I'm not picking that up at all. Humiliated. Melania had to have been totally humiliated. 3 cards about the bond money has not been accepted. Marla Maples was paid off with money. There's not enough money in the world to sleep with that. To sleep with who? To sleep with that mushroom? I just saw that you put a little mushroom there. Even Mary Trump he hates. Yeah. See, understand me that I'm very aware that he's a misogynist, but what I was bowled over by was the energy coming from the reading about what he's doing, how he's doing right now, and he's very, 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 it's almost like explosive anger. It's gone to a different level. One more medieval dad joke. What did the medieval gynecologist say to the patient? At your cervix, m'lady. Right. Some of them I probably shouldn't read out loud. Women have held him accountable. That's true. That's true. And yeah, we hate him right back. Look at what he's doing to women. Look at he's taking away women's reproductive health care. Tell us more about that, oh Voyager deck. Tell us more about what's going to happen with the Donald. April 15th, they're picking the jury. Judge Juan Michon is not playing games. Thank you, Robert. You're so sweet. You're so sweet, Robert. I really appreciate that. So what's going to happen with the loser? Thank you, Terry, for putting the questions up and for your help. And thank you to all the wrenches. And thank you to my members. And thank you to all of you for your loveliness and for joining me on 3 nights out of the week. Okay, so expect for Donald to go to our enemies for help. But what's interesting, there's a devil card. What to expect? What's coming for him next? Oh, Warren Stillmate's group hug time. Hang on, let me finish this thought. What's coming for him? Okay, so he's going to go to, I want to say the Saudis, for help monetarily. I kind of feel like it's going to be very, very tricky for that not to be seen. See the one thing Kathy was talking about with these cards is you always see something different. He knows it's going to be very tricky and risky to go to our enemies. This is the Devil's Play card. He knows how he's actually terrified to do that because he could get caught. Oh, Angela's in agreement with me about Nicole Wallace. Thank you, Robert. Nicole Wallace is so negative you can't stand listening to her. It gets on your nerves. Yeah, so I'm not the only one. It's out of control. So there's this. Now, this is the second time I've gotten the Purity card, which is the Two of Wands, which to me indicates truth. Actual truth, not the word that he bastardized. Actual truth cannot be avoided. So I would say, even though what he's thinking about is which of our enemy countries he can go to for financial help, I kind of feel like he's very nervous to do that. Truth, justice, and the American way. Is he going to go ahead with it? Or I'm not sure if it will tell me if he's going to. Yeah, see, there's a lot in play right now. So the question I'm asking is Trump going to go ahead with asking our enemies to give him the money? Is he thinking about going that far? He is definitely thinking about going that far. He's trying to figure out. It's not that he's trying to figure out how to do the right thing. He's trying to figure out how to get away with doing the wrong thing. Yes, the Saudis, that's what I get. Yeah, that's what I get. I hit the nail on the head on what topic? Yeah, he's planning to, he wants to do the right thing in terms of like, what can I do to not get caught? He's not really, he's not asking Jared either. I think Jared's probably upset with him. I'm not sure why. Let me see. Is he going to ask? I feel like he hasn't decided whether he's going to ask the Saudis. We'll have to tune in again on Monday. All right, group hug. Ready? But you guys, on the condition that I see the thumbs up go up, we're going to wait until I see more thumbs up. 3 nights a week I'm here. I don't like go out or anything. I'm just with you guys. So, hit the thumbs up. What did you miss? Dash? You missed me talking about the loser and talking a little bit about the earthquake, which will be, I'm being unfair. It takes the hundredth of a second to hit the thumbs up. Jeez. How would you like it? If all you ask people to do is subscribe and hit the thumbs up and you used all your expertise and your psychic ability to do readings, it's free. And nobody's going to email you with ridiculousness. I appreciate it. Thank you, Betty. Betty says I'm fair. I do my best to be fair. Sagittarians are pretty fair. Like the eclipse and earthquake of 1811 with or without cicadas. Did they have cicadas in 1811 also? Right before I moved back from Nashville back to Massachusetts. We had some really weird years. The cicadas came, the tornadoes came, the music business was going crazy. Anyway, yeah, you reminded me of that when you said cicadas. All right, is it just you or is time super accelerating? It is kind of. Okay, group hug. I'm just trying to think of something that we are group hugging about. Just love. All right, 1, 2, 3. Group hug. Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl. Good hug, everyone. Warren is the hug cheerleader, that's for sure. Woohoo! I got energized from that. Okay. Aileen Cannon. All we need is love. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I can sing. They'll give me a copyright claim. A group of cicadas is called a brood. What did the sun bring to the solar eclipse party? A light snack. Very cute. Aileen Cannon. Aileen Cannon. What's going to happen? She's a really conniving little troublemaker. She really is. I mean, when I tune into her, I actually feel like Aileen Cannon, my psychic impression. I want to tell you something. Oh, the 1811 earthquake reversed the flow of the Mississippi River. I remember hearing about that. That when in your lineage you have, this is a general statement that I'm making. When in your family lineage you have a certain personality pattern, we'll say, you will tend to take, if you inherited that gene, you will tend to take on that personality pattern. It's Aileen, A-I-L-E-E-N, Aileen Cannon. The reason I'm saying this is because when I read her energy, I feel the nefariousness was kind of inherited. Do I think the loser has mommy issues? Of course. He's got a lot of issues. There's not many issues that the loser doesn't have. Betty, don't you think that goes without saying that she has help? I mean, did I miss something there? I'm not being flippant. I'm just like, you know how I am. I'm like, I feel like everybody knows something, and then sometimes I find out it's only me maybe that's thinking that. She's definitely not acting on her own. But I definitely feel there's a nefarious sort of a thread, a nefarious gene in her DNA. Criminal, I mean. You never know, you take that everyone should know, but that doesn't happen. Yeah, I know. So when somebody says something that I think everybody knows, I kind of get confused. Like, I thought everyone knew that. I thought everyone knew Aileen Cannon was not working on her own. I dropped my glasses. All right, well, here they are. Aileen Cannon. What do we have? Yeah, this is about, she's definitely working. This kind of spells it out. Man of Crystals, she's working with the loser, Aileen Cannon, and this is the inventor, to make stuff up. People were talking about that the other night, saying that the Cannons have mob connections in Colombia. What I'm picking up is more like in her lineage. Like if you are the great granddaughter or something like that of a mob family, and you weren't a mob family anymore in your particular generation, but it was in the family generations before, you could pick up that gene. Yeah, you know that the Aileen's getting instructions, and I actually feel like I feel like she's having meetings, being given the instructions. Hey Kathy, we were talking about you earlier. It was all good. I was telling people that you pegged the earthquake's epicenter at Bedminster, which was really fascinating. Hello, Nanya. Aileen Cannon. Guess who was in New York this week? Abbott. We'll get to that. If I feel like going into the slime, we'll see. So as far as Aileen Cannon, yeah, the inventor, they're making up plans to get Trump acquitted. The Two of Crystals and the Synthesis. Okay. These cards take me a little longer to read. Oh, you're in Long Island, Annette. The other Annette here, and you felt it. Interesting. Okay. Aileen Cannon. What I definitely get is they're making plans and they're trying to, we already know this, right? They're making plans because I have the inventor, the man of crystals. So that's the loser with all his like crystals, like, you know, not crystals, but the smoke and mirrors, the deception, the delusion, and trying to figure out, this is the synthesis card, how to put that nefarious plan together. What they're working on is, if you were to just say it was a plan, what Aileen Cannon and the loser are working on, and the other nefarious agents around them, is we are doing this and this and this and this and this with the ultimate goal to be an acquittal. In no uncertain terms. It's very, very clear. Let's get Sadhguru in the picture. I can't see him. In no uncertain terms. So yeah, Kathy, I know you just showed up, but so yeah, she's getting help. Oh, those 3 dots say that I can share. Did you know you can share my video right now? She's getting help, Kathy Beal. But what we're saying is, don't we all know that? I mean, maybe we just assume it. Their specific plan, if you were to put a title on the plan, the plan between Aileen Cannon and, you know, all the rest of the nefarious characters is how to get an acquittal. How to have the loser be acquitted, and Jack is very aware of it. Jack is very aware of it. With the energy being where it is right now, will Aileen Cannon succeed in getting an acquittal? No. People keep putting up there the Federalist Society. I don't get that. I don't, that's something that just is like, no, it's not the Federalist Society. I mean, I strongly get it's not. Is it going to the appellate court, Warren? Because you're asking me, will she be removed by the appellate court? So what I'm asking you is, did you hear that it was going to the appellate court? Yeah, so, you know, like one step at a time. The Heritage Foundation, somewhat. I don't get the Federalist Society. And I feel like it would be too traceable. Interestingly enough. Let's ask where MAGA Mike's money came from. I know, I'm switching gears. Oh, one more Eclipse dad joke. Why didn't the son go to college? He had already had 1 million degrees. That's cute. That's cute. So you guys, you need to tell your friends these dad jokes. All right. MAGA Mike. Yeah, Jack is onto her tricks. Let's do this, because we have to go to the nefarious cards, because now we're getting into... Canada has a Florida friend telling her what to do, could be a lawyer. Yeah, I picked that up. Let's use these cards for MAGA Mike, where his money is coming from. MAGA Smirking Mike. Charles Kirkin, Turning Point. Are you saying that for who she's talking to? No. We'll find out. I do feel like we'll find out. MAGA Mike. MAGA Mike's money. I feel like MAGA Moses Mike is pretty nervous nowadays. Thomas, you're cracking Darren up. I feel like MAGA Mike is really nervous nowadays, and I actually feel like he's getting threats. And not just threatening to be ousted. Oh, you told the dad jokes, or did you tell dad jokes to your MAGA family, Cheryl? By the way, I'm gonna save this, but I wanted to ask you all about if you have MAGA family members. I wanted to ask you something about that. Hang on, MAGA Mike, where's his money coming from? Oh, he's getting money, all right. He's getting money, all right. MAGA Mike is. He's definitely being funded. Oh my goodness. Whew. It's not a little bit. Wow. It's not a little bit of money. I'm a little blown away by how much money it is. It's not billions. But he doesn't have a checking account. I'm shocked by how much. I'm not shocked that he's getting money from nefarious sources. I'm shocked by how much. And I feel like it's being, the financial rug is being threatened to be, he's being threatened that it will be pulled out from under him. I have the fulfillment card. Oh, Warren, leave it to you to ask me how much exactly. It's a lot. I'm just teasing you. You know that, right? Just teasing. It's all about love. If it weren't for Warren, we probably wouldn't have group hugs. Oh, okay. So, yeah, interesting. Kathy is saying she thinks she's going to, there'll be proof of the financial help. Well, I was just about to say this. Here's the high priestess, the secret money that MAGA Mike had. So the question is, where is MAGA Mike's money coming from? It's a lot. And I get Russia. There were days not too long ago that when I would say that, I felt like I was taking a risk to say that. But isn't it interesting? Nowadays, it's common knowledge that with the Russian spy, Smirnov, and all the Russian agents, and the Russian this and the Russian that, and the Russia interfered in our elections. So now when I say it's from Russia, it's just like, of course it's from Russia. And the same thing's going to happen about Russian propaganda that's going to be infiltrating this country like it's just going to be too glaringly obvious. And we're going to be saying, Russian propaganda, Russian propaganda. Well, I'm telling you that MAGA Mike is getting the money from Russia. Putin recognized that if he could get enough money, everything would be under control. The sun tells me that right around the eclipse, it's upside down, we're going to find out about MAGA Mike's money. It's either like on Monday or right around the energy of the eclipse is going to blow everything up, metaphorically speaking. So this is a high priestess. He's keeping it a secret that all of his money is coming from Russia. Did Lev Parnas tell us that? I cannot wait until Lev Parnas' book comes out. Are you telling a joke? Why can't Trump go to the White House anymore? It's for Biden? Forbidden, you mean? Pay attention to the dad jokes. Did I hear about Ted Cruz? That sounds like a joke. Is that a joke? Because I could make a joke out of that. That was a joke? Okay. Forbidden. Because it's forbidden, but it's pronounced Biden. I know. Fascist traitors, that's for sure. Traitors is traitor when you have gone against your country. Oh my. Okay. I'm asking like what to do next because there's a lot that we can read on tonight. We're gonna read on the earthquake. Thomas liked your joke. $6 million? Is that $6 million in money that Cruz got paid under the table? I heard that. It was for his campaign, right? He's on, yeah, okay, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, Lev Parnas has a book coming out. I think it's sometime this month. Definitely check it out. I'm gonna grab the cards that Markara sent. Because we're gonna read on what's going on with the earth. And while I'm on the topic of the earth and our earth creatures, I don't know if you guys heard this story, but when you see a story, well, at least I do this, and you tell yourself, I'm going to look into that, I'm going to make a point to research that further. Mother Earth is unhappy, that's for sure. Ted Cruz is obnoxious, that's an understatement. True. I would use a stronger word. That's all. So I heard that they're getting ready, some federal wildlife agency, that's why I'm saying I need to research it further. But I wonder if you guys have heard about, they're getting ready to extinguish about 500,000 owls. And I'm very suspicious of so-called government agencies doing what they think is right. Well, I want us to look it up because I love owls. Owls are very spiritual. They're very sacred. And they're saying it's to save the spotted owl from extinction. And I think we need to get that stopped. And just because I wanted to bring it up in case you had heard about it, I know I'm switching topics extremely. They're barred owls. Yes, they're trying to save the barred owl. Yeah, I think that's right, not the spotted owl. I think it needs to be stopped. No, it's not the barn owl. No, the barn owls aren't extinct. Indulge me. I'm going to pull 3 cards about this. Okay, I know, I'm sorry, it's maybe a little confusing because I just switched from politics to owls. Barred owls are out competing with spotted owls. Yeah, so is it the barred, which one is extinct? They're trying to save the spotted owls. Yeah, oh, not extinct, almost extinct, endangered. Yeah, so anyway, I don't think they need to kill all the owls. I just think there's got to be a better solution than to kill half. Yeah, I know, spotted owls are endangered. But isn't there a better solution than to murder 500,000 owls? So, little segue. 5 of Swords, 6 of Cups, Queen of Wands. I actually think that people are going to rise up and say, no, find a better way. I really do. I really get the people are going to say, no, find a better way. Yeah. Yeah, so if you know more about it, feel free to send me any information. It was a big deal here in the Pacific Northwest when they limited cutting down the forest. If you know more about that, I'm just going to read on it real quick, but if you know more about it, send AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. I want to know more about what's going on with the owls. So real quick, I just wanted to read on it. It feels like they're not going to do as much as, they're not going to murder as many owls as they are saying. Because I do see that people are going to speak out. And I feel like the Native American ancestors are going to, from the spiritual plane, are going to intervene. And the 6 of Cups. I'm actually seeing that they're not able to go ahead with the extreme plan. I see them paring down that plan. So thank you for indulging me. I wanted to look at that. It's been bothering me. Like, it just, you don't, yeah, witches need our spirit animals, you know, and the Native Americans, we all need our spirit animals, right? So if you find out more about that, please do let me know, and I'll talk about it more on Monday. Let's go to the nefarious people cards. I should write to the guy that invented these cards, that designed them and did the artwork. And Travis McHenry, Magicians, Martyrs, and Madmen. God put the owls here for a reason. We shouldn't be messing with nature. You watch Bald Eagle Live YouTube? I know. Isn't that cool? They might have one for owls too. So heads up on that. So keep an eye on that story out of the Pacific Northwest about the feeling like they have to kill owls. Not good. Not good. Who do we think we are? Well, I have the nefarious cards. Who should I ask about? There's so many to choose from. So, pick a villain, any villain. You got a villain for me? Betty just put up Thomas. Oh, well, I'm thinking about which nefarious character to... I don't know what you did, Thomas. I just read on Alien Canon. Did you miss it? You were right here. There's not enough cards to cover all the nefarious people, but I want to just let you know, this is my little commercial break. To book a psychic reading, Roger Stone, I could do that. PsychicAnnetteDion.com, to help us to save our democracy from fascism. Remember, Hillary Clinton said Donald Trump will do anything he can and everything he can to turn this country into an authoritarian country. So grassrootsdemocracy.com. Oh, thank you, Warren, for sending me the article on the owls. Okay. Leaf, happy to be here. Well, we're happy that you're here. Oh, okay, Robert Kennedy Jr. I'm picking that one. I can't do them all. I'm going to pick Robert Kennedy Jr. Mentally ill. I get mentally ill. That's interesting. I don't think we need to read on Mike Lindell. That's pretty much right all there in front of us. Robert Kennedy. I feel like he's mentally ill. There's something's really askew there. I was kind of thinking about Robert Kennedy today, and that the trauma of his father being assassinated, it really messed him up. It really messed him up. He believes in conspiracy. Kyle Rittenhouse is another one I don't need to read on. Not so much the people where you see it. It's right there. The people that we want to see what's behind. Oh, okay. For some reason, Robert Kennedy feels he's a very sad man. Jackie's question: who put him up to it? What do you mean, who put him up to it? I don't understand the question. Who put him up to what? Oh, that's right. Doesn't surprise you his aunt had mental illness? She had a lobotomy. I'm not so sure she had. I'm not seeing the connection there. Maybe some of the Republicans are helping her. Now I'm lost. Okay. Robert Kennedy he's kind of like, he's not a happy person. I pick up depression. I pick up that he's not well, and I actually pick up that he's doing all this to keep himself, I don't know, distracted from his not very stable state. Which is pretty horrifying when you think about it. What do you mean, Crystal Blue Persuasion? Who put him up to running? It's not like someone put a gun to his head and said, you better run for president. You know what I mean? Do you see he failed to get into the military so bad that they said don't ever come back? We might read on Biggs and Gosar being subpoenaed. He never was stable. Yeah, I never followed Robert Kennedy. Well, it's his own choice to run. You know what I mean? It's like nobody, like, could somebody actually, I mean, I know Warren tries to force me to run for president, but but it's up to me. And Robert Kennedy has something wrong with his vocal cords. He's not okay. He's not okay. It's like nothing is going to take his pain away. His emotional, mental pain away. And the Queen of... I actually feel a woman intervening and gently telling him when it's time to quit. Yeah, okay, he was a black sheep of the Kennedy family. I definitely isolated. He sounds like his grandmother Rose. Are you sure you're saying the right person? Warrens, if I could get Joe to step aside, would I be a candidate for president? I'm not knowledgeable enough. I'm not as stupid as Trump to just take the job just because I want the status. Believe me, that is not my motivation. It probably should be. You think Kennedy did drugs to cover his pain? I'm actually surprised to see how bad off he is mentally. I'll look up Rose Kennedy's like her history, the history of her biography or something. Diane's late, but she's here. We were going to read on the earthquake. I'm going to go talk to the earthquake and get back to you. Yo, earthquake, what's going on? There'll be some more rumbles. There'll be some more rumbles. Oh, Australia's here. Hi, Australia. Good to see you. Wouldn't it be fun if we could actually see each other? I see some of you because you come to Grassroots of Democracy, and that's fun. And that's a really good reason to join Grassroots of Democracy by going to grassrootsofdemocracy.com and signing up. And I want to say about that, if you don't want to come to the Zoom meetings, or if you cannot come to the Zoom meetings for Grassroots of Democracy, fear not. Go put your email address in anyway, because you will receive the notes from our meetings. And also, I'm on Substack now, so please go to Substack. I guess I'm segueing a little bit into a commercial break. Go to Substack and subscribe to Grassroots of Democracy group. Put your lip gloss on? You going out? Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. You will get the notes from our Thursday night discussion groups, even if you don't come to the meetings. We have a long email list. You'll also get the guided meditation for a healed America that we do every single Tuesday. And Terry can put that up too. Thanks, Terry. And another thing to tell you about is Church of Spirituality. I have reached my quorum. I needed 50 people to subscribe to the new channel that I'm having Church of Spirituality on. It's at Church of Spirituality every Sunday at 1. That's where we'll be live streaming from on Sunday, 1 o'clock. Can you believe a week ago it was Good Friday? Oh, good. Darren's mentioned Grassroots of Democracy a number of times on my discussion. Thank you. I need... Gloria, listen to the guided meditation. I need people to do PR for me. I really do. For Grassroots of Democracy. Now, let me ask which nefarious character needs to be read on. You've listed a few. But first, a dad joke. Bombardment. I just got hit in the head with a soda can. Thankfully, it was a soft drink. You get another bell. You get a lot of bells tonight. That's funny. Is anybody going out tonight? I'm just wondering, do you guys like all sit home on Friday night? Like, just like, with me? Reminds me of that William Shatner skit on SNL from a long time ago. When all the Trekkies come to the Trekkie convention. And they're all like nerdy and geeked out. and he looks at them, and after a while he's looking at them with their Star Trekky ears, pointy ears and everything, and he says, "Look at you all! What are you doing here? Get a life! Don't you have a date?" I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Where else can you get group hugs, right, Sandy? How you doing, Sandy? You need to reach out. You all need to reach out to me. All right, the nefarious characters, was it Andy Biggs and Gosar? Oh, man. Oh, they are just possessed by evil. 3 cards on their fate. Do you remember that William Shatner skit? Good, Sandy. I'm glad to know you're doing great. You love to be here with me. Believe me, I'm really flattered, especially on the weekend. It means a lot. It warms the cockles of my heart. All right, we're going in. Gosar and Biggs, right? Andy Biggs, right? Did I have that right? The United States will prevail and be victorious over them. Uh-huh. I like it. I like it. Oh, Thomas, you're providing dad jokes for the young grandchildren. See, you're providing a service. Gosar is so sick. I agree with you. As far as is it Andy Biggs? Let's see. You've hardly missed a PNN on Friday night in a long time. Oh, that's so cool. I'm flattered. We're all flattered. Oh, it's Andy. Okay. The United States will be victorious over them. The 7 of Cups, this is Houdini. You know how Houdini could do anything, and like this is about the United States. They're going to do their magic. Gosar and Kennedy have 0 family support. They do have that in common. But it's Andy Biggs and Gosar we're reading on. And this is about January 6th. So this is a 6 of Wands. So this indicates that, yeah, there's a lot of dirt on them. Woo, baby. A lot. Wow. It was just a matter of time. By U.S. victory, do I mean justice. Justice. We're talking about the subpoenas, right? That's what we're talking about. A gross dad joke. How do you make a tissue? Should I read this out loud? How do you make a tissue dance? You put a little boogie in it. Yes, like Tammy's saying, take them down. Terry, were you really asking me about election? That gave me a vibe like when people say, if Trump gets in the White House. No, let's do me a favor, everybody. Do not entertain the idea. Don't give it any thought energy. When they say if Trump gets back in the White House, turn it off. Don't even let that idea enter into your consciousness. Don't let it enter into your consciousness that Gosar is going to win an election, or like Biggs is going to win an election, or Mark Robinson. Don't even let it be in your consciousness. Seriously. Terry, you know I love you. I'm just telling you because it's a pet peeve of mine. It's got nothing to do with you. Nothing. No, we were asking about Gosar and Biggs. They just got subpoenaed, and what would the outcome be? I know, it's not easy to keep up. Well, my goodness, look at the time. Yeah, so Gloria's saying they will lose, and I'm just like, my mind won't even let me go there. Yeah, the main earthquake was under... Are you calling it Bad Monster? I like that. Instead of Bedminster, Bed Monster. Yeah, I don't know if Kathy's still here, but she was letting me know that the epicenter of the earthquake was right at Bedminster. All right, so we read on them, and we have the nefarious cards, and I promised you that we'd read on the earthquake. And first I'm going to read a Forest Fae. You had a quake here. Where are you, Clarence? And you felt the earthquake in western Massachusetts. So we got an earthquake in the Northeast. We have the once in a lifetime solar eclipse on Monday. We've got, you know what? I would say that we've got the United States in chaos, but honest to God, my next thought is except for the Biden administration. We've got so much going on, and you know what? I want everyone to reflect on this. Everything's going crazy, except the Biden administration is a stabilizing force. Can we just let that sink in? We have, and I'm ashamed that I didn't talk about it earlier. The job numbers are record again. We have the best economy in the world. When Biden got into the White House, by some grace of God and the angels got into the White House, when Biden got into the White House, this country was in shambles. We didn't even know if we were going to keep our democracy. People were dropping like flies from COVID. We're all going around with masks on. We didn't know if our family members were going to just drop dead on us. People were losing jobs. People were home. We had to do meetings on Zoom. There were parents trying to figure out what to do with their kids. So when you think about how crazy everything is in this country, and then you go, because I just did it and I'm kind of stunned that it just hit me this way. Yeah, Christine saying Joe and Kamala are the reasons I can sleep again. This country is in chaos. But the Biden administration and the Democrats aren't. We had to look for toilet paper. Whoever thought that's where we would be? And then we had a crazy psychopath in the White House who was just like, oh, they're not loyal enough to me. I'm not going to send them any help. Let them die. 4 years ago was a nightmare that we do not want to relive. So, let's just take a moment. First of all, of gratitude. And second of all, to understand that the American people, a majority of the American people, have not forgotten. I don't care what anybody says. You don't forget that. Riding with Biden, $6 eggs. They're around that now, aren't they? Record job numbers. When people, and record low crime rate. Hello? Toy dad joke. Not to brag, but I made 6 figures last year. I was also named the worst employee in toy history. And the toy factory. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, if someone asks you if you're better off now than you were 4 years ago, go say a resounding yes, and then, I like that suggestion, and then follow that up with, maybe just write it all down. Maybe if you kept a journal, read it. The New Madrid fault is scheduled to shift soon. Where is that? Wait, I don't want to read the nefarious cards for the earthquake. We want to read the normal cards. Let's read the normal cards about the earthquake. Tammy's still alive. The Powerball is over $1 million, in case anybody wanted to know. I don't sense that anybody here is going to win that Powerball, so might just want to skip that one. Millions of eggs were just destroyed again. What, because of bird flu? 3 cards on what to expect about the earthquake. I do feel like I'm getting around the 4 range on the Richter scale. I feel like we're going to have some more rumbles, and I feel like some structures of some buildings will be compromised. And I don't know about you guys, but if I lived in a high-rise, I might want to go sleep over at a friend's house who's on the lower floors or apartment. Deborah's planning on winning the Powerball. You're not going to win it. Sorry. I'm just being honest. Okay, well, this is... I'm asking about the earthquake. And I just want you to know that I'm laughing because I have the 7 of Swords here. And that just reminds me of all the conspiracy theories that are going to happen around the earthquake. And like that, don't be surprised. No, a certain psychic from Cape Ann will not win the lottery. It takes playing the lottery to win the lottery. And I wouldn't be caught dead playing the lottery. Anyway. The first aftershock. Yeah, Kathy's saying, I feel like, around the 4 range. But you're going to hear conspiracy theorists saying that it's because of the Democrats that there was an earthquake. You're not drunk? Well, that's good. What is it? Kitty Holler? We didn't think you were drunk. Are you? You're protesting too much? Marjorie Trader Green is already saying that the earthquake was the Democrats caused the earthquake? Oh my goodness. Oh, there was already a 4 aftershock? There's a couple more. There are a couple more. And I just want to say that I think it's interesting that I was texting Kathy before the earthquake this morning saying I felt things being really shaken up for Donald Trump and that it was never going to be the same again. They're saying that the Democrats caused the earthquake? Sheesh. Funny that the loser has one last shot at Aileen Cannon. That's also obvious. What's Marjorie Trader Green saying about the Democrats causing an earthquake? We're damn powerful, I tell you. We really are. Science will prevail here. I just want you to know, science will prevail. There's not many people that are going to buy into that. Ted Cruz knows he's done. This is actually going to bring people together. Marjorie Trader Green is trying to stay relevant. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, they're just so you know, it's going to get more and more and more ridiculous. And the more ridiculous it gets, when people keep telling you the sky is green and you're not looking at the northern lights, the sky is not green, it just isn't. Orange dad joke. My friend says to me, what rhymes with orange? And I told him, no, it doesn't. Did you get it? Bum. What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're cracking everyone up, Thomas. You're cracking Cheryl up. Cheryl's had a rough week with the weather and the earthquake and all that, so, and no power. I'm going to pull a fairy card. Can you believe it? Oh yeah, the Democrats, they're causing earthquakes. We should be that powerful. Because you know what we would do with that kind of power? The bottle drop. The bottle drop. You know what we could do with that kind of power? Crash. Yeah, Yes. A fairy card. Yes. We're reading a fairy card because we're reading about nature and Mother Earth and what the fairy cards have to say. And then we're going to read tea leaves. And I always say I'm not going to stay so long, but lo and behold, time's flying by. The Thimble Witch. There is magic in beginning, so start something new. This is also regarding the eclipse. We're already using that power. I agree. Yep. Yep. You must be slow? No, you're not. Oh, I love you too. So you guys, separate topic. I feel like I have to tell you ahead of time. Separate topic. I do have to move because I have to move. I can't afford to live and pay rent at a residence and an office. So I'm going to live and work out of the same place. But where I'm moving to, there's a bottle drop and there are seagulls. So just so you know. I'm moving into where a friend of mine currently lives and has to move. And she said, the other night I heard a bottle drop. There is magic in beginning, so start something new. Yeah, thank you. May 1st I'll be in a new location. Moving is lessons? What do you mean? Moving is lessons? You don't get the orange joke? What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. What doesn't rhyme with orange? Come on, try to keep up. I know it's not easy on my channel because it gets so zany. All right, so we have a new moon coming, and the Fae card is saying, start something new. It's a new moon. Solar eclipse. A new moon and a solar eclipse. All together. So, it's a statement, not a question. I apologize if I was flippant with anybody. I'm just joking. I just want to be clear that you guys know it's all in fun, right? Totally, 100%. I am going to read some tea leaves. Did you get it? What doesn't rhyme with orange? Yeah, solar eclipse is a new moon. And do I need to read on the solar eclipse? A horse walked into a bar. The bartender said, why the long face? That's like my dad's dad joke. That I heard way too many times. And when I was really little, and if my dad was going out of the house, which he always was, and I was really little, I'd say, where are you going, Dad? That's my little kid voice. Where are you going, Dad? And my dad would say, I'm going to see a man about a horse. And that was so confusing to me. You shouldn't joke with little kids like that. They take it literally. I'm thinking, I don't think my dad's into horses. My favorite is the holy water joke, for sure. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. Alrighty. I am going to, I got my solar eclipse glasses, strangely enough, in New England. Andy Biggs was at the ellipse. I thought you said the eclipse there, because I'm talking about the eclipse. Andy Biggs was at the ellipse. We know that. I am going to watch, I got my glasses, and I am going to watch it's going to be a partial solar eclipse here. I plan to be out there. I want to encourage everybody. Thank you, you're so sweet. I want to encourage everybody, if you can swing it, don't miss the energy. And Kathy Beal, talking about it at our Spirit Talk podcast last Tuesday, this past Tuesday, right? Kind of made me think, yeah, I need to really participate in this. Maine sold out of eclipse glasses. Amazon had them yesterday, so they're going to get here on Sunday. Yeah, Andy Biggs wore bulletproof vest. That's true. He's in big trouble. Biggs is in big trouble. Big's trouble. take the time and take in the eclipse. It will be a major energetic shift. And even if you can't see it from where you are, still, it affects the whole planet. And anything that affects 8 billion people is a big freaking deal. So don't let this one just go by like, oh, I think this is an eclipse today. I'm just saying, because you want to, get into the energy of it. And let's all intend, while we're watching it, world peace. Yeah, world peace. So anyway, on Monday, it's been raining and raining. I've been complaining about it. Cheryl's saying it will ground you to be with that energy. It has been just terrible, terrible weather. And by some fluke, Monday is going to be totally clear skies here. I might live stream, but I'm not going to promise that. It just depends on. I might live stream during it, but I'll let you know ahead of time. Everyone get out of Warren's way. Oh yeah, Warren said this is going to blow up his astrology chart. You get so down and then find me and we get to... Oh, you just made my day. Thank you. That's my intent. I want to lift everybody up and make everybody laugh and have fun and just know that you're loved. Love wins. Love wins. Yes, your resident astrologer told you, Warren. Sometimes the tea leaves make me laugh. This is, in this part of the cup, this is the snake. And the snake is covered up by a cloud, by a dark cloud. You're old and you need this? You're not old. Nobody's old. All you need is love. This is a dark cloud covering up the snake. Guess who that is? Read Thomas's astrology dad joke. It looks like a good one. I'm trying to focus. Mercury. All right, I know this might sound crazy. Yes, that's a dark cloud over the snake. That's 45. That's the loser. Now, this is Mercury. We know Mercury's retrograde right now. And I know you can't see this, but I see like a guard holding a long trumpet, like in England, the long trumpets. And so we're going to be hearing a lot of news. It's going to be a lot of news, and it's not necessarily bad news. It's just like very answers to all our questions kind of news. Yeah, I see. It's like a military person holding one of those long trumpets. There's a dog there. That means loyalty. We're going to see people's loyalties coming up. Eye-opening news. Yes, that's a good way to put it, Betty. You see a person sitting, possibly driving. I'm always curious to know what you all see. That looks like a woman holding a whip. A fanfare, thank you, that's the word. That looks like a woman holding a whip. So I don't need to look that one up. The women are going to whip up their energy. You saw a mouse running away and you see an alligator. Well, let's look up the alligator. That looks like an alligator. And we are going to get a lot of answers to questions that we have had for a very long time. And I think that has to do, when you think about how many investigations are going on right now and how many trials are pending and how much information is always being found out, there's a lot. Women are, they're cracking the whip. That's what that is. Women are cracking the whip. That is so clear. We're going to whip something, all right? Yeah, she does. It looks more to me like she's leaning a certain way. Wow. That's pretty big. Yeah, and that's really what I got with Trump at the beginning. Damon tonight. Dash is saying woman with a whip is fun. Okay, I'll just leave that there. But I do want to read what Chuck is saying. According to Navajo tradition, when the moon eclipses the sun undergoes a rebirth. It's a sacred time to sit and reflect. Crafts during the eclipse are not allowed. No sleeping, napping. I might come on Monday and let you know whether I'm going to live stream where I am for the eclipse. Cheryl, you're funny. 50 Shades of Grey, a woman with a whip. Anyway, is there anything else? Please book a reading with me. I have a couple classes coming up, and you'll be hearing more about those. I have a lot that I'm doing right now. You know how it is to move. Got to throw this out, got to throw that out. And I may be raffling off some books that I have duplicates of. I mean, just spiritual books. So stay tuned for that. There's always stuff going on in my noggin. How about yours? Church of Spirituality is at it's a new channel at Church of Spirituality. And when you become a member, separate topic, but when you become a member, you get an affirmation in your inbox, which is an awesome way to start the day. It's a daily affirmation. And you're invited to a psychic party. You get 10% off a reading. So become a member, please. Please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Doug finally made it. Sorry you made it so late, but you can watch it on replay. Read Chuck's quotes before we go. Dash is saying no boxes to carry. Yeah, it'll be an easy move. I don't have a lot of stuff. The only constant is change. All right, we'll see you soon. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Namaste. Thanks for all your goodness. See ya.